NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers control the opening tap. Great look and vision. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 2. To Brogdon. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Bucks at the controls. To Brogdon. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Collison into the front court. Leads up bucket. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
You know, when I sit down and I think about it, it really blows my mind at how far Depot has came over the past 3 seasons. That first stop in Orlando, I remember watching a kid who had crazy talent, but also was really inconsistent. But in OKC, though, something changed, and it had to be the influence of Russell Westbrook. When you're around a dude that plays with 110% every day of the week, that has to push you mentally to levels that you never experienced before. That was the first time in his NBA career that he played meaningful basketball. He played with a purpose. Now when I look at him, I see a refocus. I see the dedication to the game he loves. There's no doubt now that he is the leader of this franchise.
It's Indiana basketball. Yes, Victor Oladipo. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Oladipo to Collison. Oladipo. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now ready with a couple of free throws. Brook Lopez. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Get your money, man.
Lets it fly from long range. Bucks have the rebound. Giannis with it up top. 10-all is our score. Bledsoe to Adetokounmpo. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Victor Oladipo with the slam.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Oladipo into the front court. Right now, 12-all. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Team foul number 1.
Can't connect.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
to Oladipo. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
From the outside, no good. Middleton to Bledsoe. Not that time. Has a look. Collison's shot won't fall. To Brogdon. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Bucks at the controls. To Bledsoe. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Into the front court comes Collison. Down 2. The shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Giannis in control of the basketball. 2-point advantage. Bledsoe to DiVincenzo. Cashes in for 2.
I said this on draft night that was one of the most valued picks in the draft that year. Donte DiVincenzo, the Michael Jordan of Delaware. That's what they called him in his hometown. He scored 31 points in the national championship game. He's not afraid to do it on both ends of the court as well.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Victor Oladipo. It's claimed by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo. Brook Lopez. 2 of 4 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Collison into the front court. Margins 8. Shot from the lane won't go. Middleton to DiVincenzo. Gets a look. Can't hit. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Oladipo, going to launch beyond the arc. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good. George Hill. On the pass, stolen by Indiana. Great feed, sets it up. Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Giannis reminds me of Kevin Durant, and obviously their relationship has evolved even to the point where publicly KD gave him advice, and that was to play for himself. You think about the similarities, KD playing at OKC before he left for a bigger market in Golden State could be similar to the fate that of Giannis. But Giannis is a guy born of Nigerian parents, from Greece, loves small market towns, has a crack in his cell phone, likes to push a shopping cart down the aisle like anybody else. But it doesn't matter because the lights can shine bright for wherever Giannis decides to play.
Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
George Hill forcing that one. Well defended. Oladipo into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Not that time. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Tyreek Evans to the basket.
And for all the people out there that thought Tyreek Evans' career was on the decline, he proved you wrong. He only went out there and averaged better than 19 points per game, the most since his rookie season.
That's good D. Shot no good. Evans, great pass to set it up. It's a big finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Joseph with it. Down 6 to Evans. Gets it in the right corner. Oladipo. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Pacers control. To Evans. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Joseph with it. He'll run the offense. Here's a chance from long range. Antetokounmpo, the rebound. To Hill. George Hill missed his first. That one goes.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Indiana with the basketball. Counted.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Giannis with it up top. His team up by 7. Trying to cash in. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up by 6. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Nice pass to set things up. Lays it up and in.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Giannis with it up top. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal. Almost unlucky.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Has a look. Shot won't go. Joseph with it, trailing by 4.
And is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back to this ball.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Eric Bledsoe looking good, 4 for 5.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. And the nice finish at the rim. Long heave from three-quarters court. We played one in Wisconsin with the Bucks on top here on their home floor. Jay and I come back to Milwaukee after this. You're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
To Collison. Evans. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Domantas Sabonis trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 72%. Oh, he can't connect. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Evans. Driving right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Into the front court comes Collison. We're a minute into the second quarter. To the rim, lays it up and in.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Brogdon to Lopez. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. Collison. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Hill into the front court. Leads a bucket. A lot of contact. No whistle.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
To Brogdon. Lopez. Has a chance. Brogdon can't connect. Collison passed it off to Evans. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101 to Brogdon. Trying to cash in. Brogdon can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Terrific vision. And count the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Brogdon. Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Pacers with the possession. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Now down 6. And the finish at the rim.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Evans from long range. Missed it. Brook Lopez. 3 for 6 now.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
4-3. To Bledsoe. Good. Off a spin.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Bledsoe. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Beyond the arc for 3. Working hard on the glass. Another shot stays out.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster...
Stuffs it down with authority.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Oh, denied! As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Fires the three. Not that time. He misses. Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Out of bounds. Last touch by Tony Snell. Oladipo. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a buck. Oladipo. For three. Not getting the bounce. Rebounds pulled in by the Bucks. To DiVincenzo. Count the basket at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Oladipo. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Whoops, that won't go. Gets a look, can't hit. Oh, emphatic slam. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
And scores.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Bledsoe to George Hill. Deep two there, won't go. Deep left corner. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
The assist from number 9.
Oladipo into the front court. They trail by 1. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Victor Oladipo, couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. Nope, first one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Bledsoe to DiVincenzo. Cruises inside for 2.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Bledsoe. Nice pass to get things going.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Collison into the front court. Down 2. Knocked loose. Oladipo. Collison. Collison, it's good with no defender in sight.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Into the front court comes Collison. Leads just a point. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Hill. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Down to Young. Thaddeus Young. He's 2 for 2 now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Oladipo. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Bledsoe to Hill. George Hill. He's 3 for 7.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Collison to Oladipo. Has a chance. Oladipo, not that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Entering the game for the Pacers, number 12, Tyreke.
Knocked loose.
Come on, man, move the ball.
Bledsoe. No, he missed a short one there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. It's Indiana basketball to Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
Oladipo into the front court. Leads 3. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. And counted at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did it.
Rebound taken down by the Bucks. Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all...
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Bledsoe with it up top. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Knocked loose. Darren Collison rocking the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Count the bucket for 2.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Victor Oladipo cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Time expires to end the first half. The Pacers have the lead.
Guys, let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Pacers will start the second half with a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers. The Bucks are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Rebound.
The second efforts from these squads have been phenomenal, with plenty of offensive rebounds between them. It makes you wonder, though, where's the second effort on the defensive half of the court? That's the side that can use some improvement for both of these teams.
Player of the half.
Oladipo most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Pacers control. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Collison to Oladipo. Rejected by Giannis.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense has
Got a piece of it.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oladipo into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Turned away by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Hand to his face, no issues. Darren Collison drills it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The Bucks at the controls. Middleton's shot, no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Oladipo to Collison. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Lopez to Bledsoe. A couple of cracks at the line now.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Eric Bledsoe at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. Misses the first. He missed a pair of free throws. To Oladipo. Shot from the lane won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Bucks basketball. Bledsoe to Middleton. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Collison into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Oladipo's shot no good. Lopez to Bledsoe. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Indiana with the basketball. And they call it
a simple touch foul.
Substitution being made in this one.
Team foul number 1. Into the game for the Indiana Pacers.
To Collison, going to launch beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I got to give a lot of respect to Malcolm Brogdon. He got Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, but I think he flew under the radar. It's a lot more difficult in that second year when scouting report gets very enhanced. Let's see how year 3 works out.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Margins 8. Pacers with the possession. Collison. He throws it down.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Middleton trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here's a chance from long range. Taken down by Giannis.
I got ball.
Bledsoe to Adetokounmpo. Goes reverse to lay.
You just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Oh, Miles Turner looking good. 4 for 5.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Into the front court comes Collison. Up 5. Oladipo. Off the assist.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7, because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And he finishes at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Collison into the front court. Leads 5. Oh, they called a foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Milwaukee.
Evans to Turner. The shot blocked by Adetokounmpo.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nice finish at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing the scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Pacers control to Oladipo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Giannis grabs the board. DiVincenzo on the pass. Stolen by Indiana.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Into the front court comes Collison. Leads just a point. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Oladipo to Collison from long range. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
DiVincenzo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Indiana with the basketball. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To George Hill. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Got it from the line. Oladipo into the front court. His guys now down by a point. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
And count the basket inside.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a three-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Collison into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Got it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Pulled down by Sabonis. Oladipo into the front court. His group now down 2.
The assist from number 4, Victor.
To Hill. Layup goes down. Well done.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Victor Oladipo with the slam.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
And Jay, they called the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Stepping in,
Oladipo to Collison.
21, Tony Snell.
Hill across the timeline. 2-point advantage. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Gets it to go and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Are in the penalty. 4th.
Darren Collison trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throws good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Milwaukee with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive to George Hill. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down 3. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
1 minute left in the third quarter.
Bucks at the controls to Adetokunbo. Has a look. Adetokunbo shot no good. Evans, great dish to set it up. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Has a chance, gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there, lets it fly.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Victor Oladipo is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Giannis with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Oladipo says not this time.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And Victor Oladipo, wide open look. He cashes in for 3. Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters down with the Pacers in the lead. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Oh, Miles Turner. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Oh!
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Pacers with the possession to Oladipo. Gets it in the right corner. 4-3. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Joseph with it. It's an 11-point game. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 77, Ersan Ilyasova.
Young
Into the game.
to Oladipo.
Indiana Pacers. Number 12, Tyreke Evans.
Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Bledsoe to Brogdon. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
He gets it.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
And scores. Strong take.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Evans. Nice pass to set things up. Gets to the basket and scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Malcolm Brogdon lays it in.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Has a look. Just not going down. Pacers control to Oladipo. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Can't do that.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 3, George Hill. Entering the game for Indiana. Number 5.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
No good, and no foul.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Lopez to Brogdon. Knocked loose. Pacers have it. Oh, whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Young. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Hill into the front court. His guys down big. Shot from in close, no good. Great feed. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him. That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Short jumper stays out. To Turner. Miles Turner slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Indiana with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Oladipo. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Hill across the timeline. Down a bundle. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
George Hill to DiVincenzo. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Middleton. And stuffs it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands get in there, strip that ball away.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. With a drop step. And the rebound taken by Evans.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Joseph with it. He'll run the offense. Shot from the lane won't go. Hill into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Easy path to the rim.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Has a chance. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Young to Oladipo. Trying to cash in. Oladipo's shot misses. To Hill. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
That is great vision to set it up. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. but you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Bledsoe. Bledsoe slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Pacers with the possession. Oladipo, not that time. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Missed a wide open look. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
I'll take that.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Hill to Bledsoe. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Oladipo shot no good. Another shot won't go either. To George Hill. It's no good. Great defense.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Has a look. That's no good. To Oladipo. Off the assist.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
It's Indiana basketball. Victor Oladipo with the slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. George Hill to Bledsoe. Hill. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. To Oladipo. It's blocked by Maker.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It was right there.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Has a chance. Bledsoe shot misses.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
This one to the Pacers as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers got the win in a close game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Bucks must be devastated after such a close loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Assists.
Feel very comfortable in their offensive systems. There was plenty of great playmaking in this contest.
Player of the game.
Oladipo wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Milwaukee Bucks. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.